Hi, everyone. This is Kathy Mamelin, Psychic Medium. Welcome to my channel. Today, I'm going to ask our spirit guides about the person that's on our mind, our no contact situation or very low contact. Where is this connection headed? What are we doing? What's going on? Any kind of love messages Spirit has for us. I do have some charms and some initials, so maybe we'll get some evidence and some clues as well. But let's call in our spirit guides. Let's see what guidance they have for you today. If you're new to my channel, this is a fully channeled message and welcome. So welcome to that. And let's see what my guides have for you today. Spirit, please share with me. What is it that you need us to know? What is it that you want us to hear? I am listening for you now. Drowning. I'm over my head. I've hit rock bottom. Okay. You know what? I'm going to say that's probably good, because sometimes you got to hit that rock bottom to start climbing up and out of the hole. Okay. So if this person has finally hit the, I have to do something, I have to change my life in some way, I have to make changes, then they're in a good place to start to heal. And you can't be in a relationship with somebody unless they've really done some work. Glowing up, new opportunities, successful business, new career. Maybe they have pulled themselves together. Maybe they have some good news to share. Maybe they have a new job. Maybe they have a new opportunity that they want to share with you. Maybe things have gotten really good for them over the last whatever time that you haven't been together. And Spirit's saying you've been hoping for that. So they could have some good news to share with you, and they've come a long way, they're saying. Okay, so that would be great. I have nightlife, okay, gambling, going out at night. Maybe that was something that they were struggling with. Maybe they have a gambling problem. Maybe they're drinking too much. Maybe they like to be out with friends. Maybe they've had to take a look at that. I was partying too much, I'm a grown person and I'm out, acting like a teenager. I have karmic, a third party. I've learned my lesson. Okay, so the person who says I've learned my lesson, sometimes they know exactly what the lesson is. Like, I'll never do that again. I really, that really was foolish. Nurturing, wisdom, giving back, taking care of myself, taking care of others, taking care of a child, putting time into my priorities, prioritizing. I have paranoid, a little bit insecure. I've been guarded. I've been holding back, a little bit of I've been spying on you. I've been keeping an eye on you, wondering what you're doing, wondering who you're with, which I think happens a lot. Somehow they know. And bottom of the deck, I have intimacy. I miss our intimacy. I miss our closeness. I miss holding you. So there's just this feeling of, I want to say self-discovery is how I feel. Like this person is going on some kind of journey. And maybe you were the push that they needed. Maybe you were the catalyst that said, hey, you can't keep going like this. One, it's ruining our relationship. And two, you're ruining your life. So maybe they had a wake-up call. I have a hermit. I needed this time. I needed this time alone. I have a Fool. I have an Ace of Cups. And I have a Knight of Swords rushing back. I have to tell you, I feel like this person has been on a journey of incredible healing. And maybe you will see the process. Maybe you will see the progress, I should say. And this person, even though they had to withdraw and be alone and kind of do their own thing for a while, I feel like they're going to come back with good news. And whatever this self-discovery was, Maybe you've been praying for them. You know, you've been hoping that they do have good news. You've been hoping they land on their feet. You've been hoping they get sober, you know, whatever it is. But I've got a page of cups, ace of wands. You've got a lot of aces and a fool here with a new beginning, a fresh start. And this person could reach out to you, not necessarily right from the beginning, like I want you back, but wanting you to know that they're okay and wanting to see how you're doing. There's a part of me that this page in particular, I mean, I don't think the passion has gone away. I think you're still the one. It's more of a feeling of, I want to know if you're okay. That I've been so consumed with myself, with taking care of myself and fixing my problems, that I haven't given much thought to you. Are you okay? So let's get some initials. Let's see what the initials are saying. Spirit, please share with me. I have the letter L, N, J, M, S, K, T, V, Q, letter A, another A, I have an F. Let's just do a couple more. Letter E, and I have a letter C. So some of you, maybe that'll give you a little bit of a confirmation that this is the person that you're thinking of. Maybe that will help you. So do people heal? Yes. Especially somebody who's struggling with like an addiction. You know, they hit that rock bottom and it was enough to have a wake-up call. And they really did the work and they're making changes in their life and they want you to know that they're doing well. I have a star. Here's the hope. I feel like their hope is to win you back. I hope we can try again. You're still the one. I've learned my lesson. I have a Chariot. Is there any way we could move forward? I have a Three of Cups. And I have a Hangman. So they're waiting to see if you would be willing to move forward is how it's coming into me. I have a Hermit and a Page of Cups. So I'm tired of being alone. And the little page is coming into me as, you know, I'm thinking about when we fell in love. I'm thinking about talking to you. I'm thinking about how good it felt to text you or to message you or to hear your voice or what they say, I want to hold you. So this person isn't enjoying being alone. They're waiting. I feel like they're patiently waiting for you. Now you may be the one that said you need to work on yourself. I can't do this anymore. Yeah, it was a feeling of coming back around. It's a feeling of back around again. But I am going to say with changes, there's a difference between a no contact that you have space and time between, and then they come back and they're exactly the same. Guess what? And you're exactly the same. In a very short period of time, you're going to be right back where you were. So you both have to have changed. You both have to have made some differences in your life during this period so that when you come back together, you have more to offer each other and a better opportunity for success. I have a compromise, a mutual understanding. Can we meet in the middle? Can we figure this out? Can we have more give and take? Can we forgive? If you could forgive me, you'd make me the happiest person on earth. If you could find it in your heart to understand what I'm going through or to realize that I've worked really hard on myself. I have fear that I'm going to lose you forever. I have fear that I'll never see you again. Have I lost you forever? Yeah, there's this incredible sense of, I just want you to know that I've changed. And you might be rolling your eyes at me right now. And so, or some of you are thinking, that's what I needed. That's all I needed to hear, is that they're willing to change and they make these changes that we needed. I have beliefs. Okay. Sometimes religious beliefs, sometimes somebody, has an awakening and they change and they say, you know what? The only thing that got me through was God. The only thing that I can rely on right now to pull me out of that bottomless pit was my belief that there was something better. I've been observing you. I have been checking out your social media. I have been wondering what you're doing. I stare at my phone, wondering, will you call? I think it's on both sides. I feel like we both do that. And it's probably unhealthy. I am constantly checking my phone. I didn't used to keep my phone next to my bed, but now I do, because I anticipate that maybe in the middle of the night you'll break down and you'll want to, talk to me, something like that. I have a hater. Do you hate me? You were pretty mad. Are you still hating me? You can hate and be angry with somebody and love them all at the same time. Throwing away and getting rid of everything. Did you get rid of everything that I ever gave you, or pictures of us? Or did you just throw everything away that reminds you of me? That happens. This is our love story. Once upon a time. This is like, I'm just reliving. I'm reliving our love story. I am just going through all the motions of it, all the time, all the efforts, all the words. Fighting for you, what you love, fighting for what you love, claiming what's yours, and love is a battlefield. How about fighting for you? I want to fight for you, is how I feel. And I feel like the fight started with, I had to heal myself first. I had to be in a better place. I had to fix things. And I do feel like they've made tremendous progress. There's a part of me that feels like they have good news. They really do. I made bad choices. Yeah, it's the person who is the victim, but they're the ones who got themselves in those situations, right? So but maybe they're making better choices, and that's how we have to look at it. We have a lot of, you don't just stop loving somebody. You don't. And you always hope that they'll get better. You always hope that they will heal. You hope that things will improve, whether they're with you or not, especially if they're like a twin flame. You always pray for them, or soulmate. You don't want to see them suffer. So let's get some charms. Let's see what they're saying. Maybe we'll get some additional clues here. Okay. So I have a Capricorn. I have a Sagittarius. Okay. I have a letter D. Letter. And I have Q. Okay. I have this is coming into me as class. It's like a woman who's all dolled up with like a big hat. It just came into me as class, and you deserve more, like you deserve more respect. You're classy, you're high value, and I get it. I should have treated you better. you know, so they still see you as classy. They still see you as high value. I have a flower. It says, let's see, nature. It says nature on it. Okay, so it has a flower blooming. I hope you've grown, as I feel like I hope you've grown. The parrot is coming into me as, I'm not going to just tell you what I think you want to hear. That's good. Because what they've done in the past is always, I'm sorry, I won't do it again. And then they go right back out and do it again, you know. So it is a parrot. It's like just telling me, repeating what they want me to say. So there's a part of me that says, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to be more vulnerable, or I'm going to speak from my soul, or I've really hit rock bottom in some way. And I've realized my mistakes. I made a big mistake, is how it feels. And the big mistake, at least they're admitting their mistakes. I think that's always part of the journey. If they can't admit their mistakes, then they don't have a shot at healing. I have a hat, like a sunny hat. It feels like summertime still. So we're kind of at the end of summertime. Maybe this happened over the summer. So it feels like a summertime hat. Be a timeline. I have a spider, but I'm going to put that in the Halloween category. I like Halloween, or I'm heading into the fall. Maybe I've got this black bow. I'm going to put these together. It's like decorations for the fall, like Halloween decorations. This person could love Halloween. You could love Halloween, or it could be Spirit's way of saying that by, mid-October, October, we could be, okay and back together again. So I'm getting all these like Halloween vibes around you. And then I have a flip phone, but I'm going to say I keep staring at my phone constantly, waiting for it to ring, waiting for a text from you. So it's a little bit of a stalemate. They're waiting for you to call. You're waiting for them to call. It's like, who's going to call first? So who, depends on the situation, but maybe you really are waiting for them, and nothing short of them, coming crawling back is going to be acceptable. So let's see what some final messages are. Right now, I've got somebody who I'm going to say made some bad choices, big mistake and bad choices, but I do feel like they have some good news. And I feel like that's what you need to hear. You need to hear that they are doing better somehow. And then that's a little bit of ray of hope, I guess, that things can improve. Maybe we've moved too fast. Let's take things slow this time. Okay, maybe I'll come back into your life and you might say, I can't take you all the way back. I can't. You broke my heart. And they say, well, can we start out slow? Can I just see you? Can we just talk? Maybe that's acceptable. Let's kiss and make up. Yeah, I think we're going to have a chance to do that. I feel like we're going to have a chance to talk. We're perfect for each other, and you know it. Usually that's why we hold on. Usually that's why we have space in between. So maybe you do know you're perfect. I have a no. Unless they've changed, you still could be adamant. I am not taking you back unless you've changed. I'm not going to listen to the parrot again telling me that I'll try harder. I won't do it again. Whatever this behavior pattern is. I miss waking up next to you every morning. I miss holding you. I miss you so much. I feel like you're going to hear from your person, but I am fingers crossed that there's good news behind this, that there's changes and their wellness and their spiritual growth in their health. Like there's just better changes all the way around. So I'm going to say it that way. Let's get one more at the bottom. It says, I admit I was bad at commitment before. I'm ready to offer you my love, my heart, my life. Am I too late? Only you can decide that. You're the only one who can decide whether you have it in your heart to, keep working on this connection. And if you do, then you have to see if this person has changed. And if you've changed, Spirit just said, you both have to have changed. You both have had to do some work while you're in separation. Otherwise, you're going to end up right back where you are now. So let's ask Spirit to guide you both. I want to thank Spirit for these messages today. If you're new to this channel, please remember to hit that like, subscribe, ring the notification bell. Claim it, own it, it's yours. Comment below. If you'd like to book a private reading with me, please go to my website, KathyMammelin.psychicmedium.com. Check out my other two channels, my main channel and my Pick a Card channel, and I'll put those links below. I hope you enjoyed your message. Hang in there. Let's hope for some good news, and we'll see you all again real soon.